Hello, friends. All right, I'm going to talk to you guys about something kind of important. I want to read you parts of an email that I just received from somebody who's watching my vlogs and appreciates what I do. And I get emails like this kind of often, and it's getting more and more, and it's really exciting the things that people are saying about what they're getting out of my videos. She says, I really enjoyed watching your vlog. It should be used as the companion to go along with Dr. Fuhrman's book. She says that I would strongly suggest that you team up with him in some capacity, as I would have not even attempted this detox challenge had I not had your vlog to go along with it. Wow, you guys, that kind of thing is what keeps me going, honestly. And I've had many comments from people that are similar to this woman. So many of you guys, my real awesome fans who always comment below the videos, you guys know I'm so appreciative of the interaction you give me. And I wanted to talk about what she says in particular about getting in contact with Fuhrman. Of course, I've tried to get more in contact with him. I met him twice over the summer at different events, and I made him some roasted chickpeas, and I think I totally embarrassed myself, but I know a lot of the ways that they could become more successful as a business from my internet marketing perspective, and I would really love to collaborate with them. But I also understand that I appear as a groupie, you know, when I go up to Fuhrman and I have chickpeas and my business card, I appear like a total groupie, and that's fine. I don't mind that, and I knew it would be like that. Haven't heard from his team. It's fine. The thing is, I decided, well, I'm just going to go off and do my own thing then, and if it comes to the point where we actually collaborate at some time, that's great. But I'm happy to go off and do my own thing and spread the message in the way that I can, and we'll see what happens. But this brings me to another point, which is the part that I need your help with, this is the part that interests me the most, and it's so important to me, you guys. You are what is going to make me successful. All right. Right now, I put in 15 to 20 hours a week, a lot of time, and it's my free time on this website. I don't make any money on it. In fact, it doesn't even cover its costs right now, which is a little embarrassing, but you know, you got to start somewhere. I have so many ideas in my head of what I'm going to do. So in the meantime, I'm going to be doing all those things to build the site and really make it as great as it can be to give you as much value as possible. But I need your help. I need you to spread the word for me about what I do. I have some really super fans, amazing people who in the groups, in the Facebook groups online, the Eat to Live support group, these different groups, they actually comment to other people about my videos to spread the word, and if other people want to watch these videos, they send them to them in comment form, and you know, you should watch Cheri's videos and things like that. That's the kind of thing that's going to get this thing going like wildfire. If you guys can help by sending them to your friends and family who might be interested, or when you're on Facebook and someone asks a question about, you know, something, and you know I've talked about that before, send them my videos. Say, you know, Cheri talks about these things on her videos all the time. She's been inspirational, or whatever it is, which is a comment that I get a lot. Help me, please help me with spreading the word about my content. And I'm now 79 days, I think, into my daily vlogs, which when I started with doing the detox vlogs, and I was like, well, I'm just going to do this for the 20 days and see what happens. And then after that, I was like, well, let me just do it for a couple more days and see how it goes. And now here it is, 79 days later, and I'm showing no signs of slowing. I'm feeling a lot more successful as I'm being a Nutritarian because I'm doing this, because I can share what I'm doing and talk to you guys and get comments, and we can go back and forth about what we do and what our strengths and weaknesses are. So I think it's very valuable for all of us to keep doing this, continue doing it. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep posting the recipes. I'm going to be putting up some products very soon. I'm almost finished with my oatmeal boot camp breakfast products, so I would love if you guys would support me when I'm ready to release that. send it to, send it to your friends. Don't send it to them for free, but, help me with this. I would really, really appreciate it. Whatever you can do to spread the word is what's really going to make this a big thing for me. I'm working on doing collaborations with other YouTubers. I'm working on working with other people that just have websites that maybe don't have YouTube channels, to collaborate with them so we can share each other's audiences and spread the word. Anything you can do. So this is my public service announcement for the day. I really need your help. Please help out. I want this to become something that I do full time at some point. So that's where I'm trying to get. I'm also looking to speak more. I would love to speak at big conferences or things like that as well. I have big plans for this thing, and I really want to take it to a place where we can all have a place to talk about how to be healthy in a very honest, open way. So help me. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys soon about what I'm going to eat today. I'm going to start off today with a little bit of matcha green tea. Just going to put some of the powder in there and add some water. I usually add room temperature water. I'm just going to add a little hot water now, and then add some room temperature too. Here, see, mix it so it's a little bit warm, and get some nice antioxidants first thing, a little bit of caffeine, and it doesn't taste super strong. I like it weak like this. That's perfect. I think it just, you can barely taste it. It's really, really good. Matcha green tea is the entire leaf pulverized, so you're actually drinking the whole leaf. It's like just having some greens, and it's one of the highest antioxidant foods in the world. And if I was being really fancy, I could take some of this hibiscus tea I have, which is another one of the actually higher antioxidants than the green tea. I could just mix it right in there together and get some yummy, weird looking water, but it's actually super mild, and you're getting lots of really good antioxidants. Just a tip. For breakfast, I'm making just soaked oatmeal. Is like regular rolled oats and some almond milk. I'm soaking it for about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to add some of these raspberries. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm going to add some flaxseed, and then we'll see what else I add. I get creative when I'm hungry. Alright, I actually decided just to use the whole package of raspberries, and what I'm doing is I'm smashing them, because I don't like to have them whole really. I like them when they're smaller and easier to eat. And I wasn't sure if they were going to be really sour or not, so this is something I've talked about before, but the idea that you can warm up your taste buds to a flavor by having something that's worse before, like has a stronger flavor. So this tea, it's not super sour because I made it really weak, but hibiscus is like, it's a very sour tea anyway, so there's a little bit in there, and then the green tea tastes like green tea, so it's more of a, green tea type flavor. So I drink some of that first, and then I have the raspberries and the oatmeal, and it tastes really good. It tastes super sweet, so that's a little trick that you can use. The other thing I'm going to do here is put some flaxseed in. I'll just show you how I do that with my flax. So my fridge here, it's super messy, as you can see. I didn't clean anything. That's just how it is. All right, my flax is back here. This is a container I use for flax. I'll show you what I do in a second. And just a quick note about like flaxseed in general. This here is my container for the whole flax seeds. Nuts and seeds can tend to go rancid really quickly because they have a lot of oils in them, but you want to try to keep them in the fridge if you can. And before you use them, always smell, because you'll start to know what that smell of rancidity is, and you just want to make sure you're not using them. I still use them sometimes because I'm lazy, but just so you know, don't use them if you can help it. So I'll show you in my fridge a little bit. It's really messy. I'm sorry, guys, but oops, these are tipping over. But like, here's my walnuts here. I have a container with pecans back here. I have pine nuts here, and then a container of macadamia nuts in the back. I'm not sure if you can see them. So this is, I do keep most of my nuts, if possible, if I can get them in the refrigerator, I keep them in there on purpose, because I don't go through them as fast as I want to. Some of them, the macadamia nuts I've had for a long time, but they stay better if you keep them in the fridge. So that's a tip. Then what I do is I have a special coffee grinder just for, I don't use coffee, so I only use it for grinding seeds and then sometimes spices and herbs and things like that, like if I have whole coriander seeds or something like that. But I just have this little Tupperware container here, and it has its own little tablespoon thing. Here, see? So I use this, and I just keep it in the fridge. I grind up about half a cup at a time, put that into my container, then I always have ground flaxseed when I need it. Ground flaxseed is great for, or chia seeds or hemp seeds are great for the omega-3s that we like, that we would have gotten from fish if we were not vegan or nutritarian. So this is our source of omega-3s. I actually, honestly, I take a supplement as well. That's something that Furman recommends. I take this, this is the omega-3s, DHA and EPA. I take this every day, plus his multivitamin, just for backup. But I also eat a lot of flaxseed. So flaxseed is a great way to get those omega-3s in food form. All right, so I'm just going to be putting, gosh, why did I close it? Okay, I'm just taking a tablespoon, about a tablespoon, and I'm just going to sprinkle this into my oatmeal like that. And this is going to be my breakfast, just raspberries, oatmeal, almond milk, and flaxseed, and super nutritious, very filling. And now it's soaked long enough, really you can see the oats are kind of puffy. And yeah, breakfast time. All right, I added some chopped almonds. And this is the final product. And it is time to go eat. Alright, I'm hungry already. That oatmeal breakfast didn't last very long. I'm in the kitchen. I was snacking on a little bit of these chickpeas while I was brainstorming about what to make. Here's what I came up with. I just got out all these veggies from the fridge. Actually, I need to get the onion out too, but there's a cat in the way, so imagine there's an onion here too. I'm going to take all these things, turn them into like a stir fry basically, and I'm going to use the same kind of a dressing that I made the other day on that cruciferous crunch stir fry that I did, which is like a peanut, like an Asian peanut sauce. It's not nutritarian. Alright, I got all the prep work done. I'm going to show you what I'm making up. Alright, so I just chopped up a bunch of vegetables in stir-fry form. I've got some red cabbage, some green peppers, some onions, a little bit of Napa cabbage left over from about 6.5 years ago. And that's it for this. I'm going to cook this down a little bit. Then over here I have some chopped ginger and garlic that's going to go in the stir-fry. And then I have some more ginger and garlic that I'm going to use to make in a dressing for this. That's going to be like peanut butter, ginger, garlic, some coconut aminos, I think, and then I don't know what else. And then I have this plate here of kale, arugula, and carrots that I'm going to put in towards the end of cooking this, because those are the softer things and they only need a couple minutes, but this stuff is going to take probably about 10 to get down to where I want it to be. So I'm dry sauteing this right now. I'll probably end up adding a little water in a little bit here once the pan gets hotter, and we'll see how it turns out. So I switched to tongs for this because it's a little easier to flip the stuff. I got my pan on about 7. I turned it down a little bit and just kind of cooking it a little bit. I have a non-stick pan here. I could be using a wok too, but I'm too lazy to get it out. And I am not adding any water until the point where, like if it starts to burn or stick to the pan or whatever, I'll add some water. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it like this so it can sort of release some of its own water. A lot of the times if you just let it release its own water, it'll release enough to cook and not stick as long as you're using a non-stick pan. But if you use stainless steel or something, you definitely would want to have some water in here right now because it would stick too much. I have stainless steel as well, but I like this pan a lot. Alright, starting to get good here. I didn't use any water yet, so this is cooking down real nice. It does release some water as it goes. You can see some, probably see a little bit down there, a little redness down there. Releasing some good water, enough to cook itself. It's not burning or anything. However, I'm getting to the point where I want to add my garlic and ginger. I learned this tip from my friend Jade in It's Steamy Kitchen. Make a little hole in the side, add your oil or water, then put the garlic ginger in there, let that cook in there for a second, move it around, and then add it to everything else. It really helps to cook it a little bit first on its own, instead of putting it with everything right away or without cooking it, because then it doesn't burn and it gets nice and cooked without being raw as well. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do it. It's about the time when you want to put it in. So I have my little water thing over here. I have my knife that has the garlic and ginger on there. Add just a tiny bit of water over there. Put the garlic and ginger over there. I gotta freeze it for a sec. Then I'm just gonna sort of move it around a little bit in that water. Let it cook for a sec. It'll start to, you're gonna do it for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Start to get real aromatic and yummy. You can smell it. Cooks it a little bit so you get some of those good flavors and smells out. And then after it's kind of cooked for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds, something like that, whatever is not burning it, then you just mix it in with everything else and it cooks nice and nice like that. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more water. Well, that was more than I meant to add, but it's okay. Put that down a bit. I really didn't mean to add that much, but it's okay. It'll cook off in a sec. Move these around a little bit. I can smell it, you guys. It smells so good. Okay, so before it starts burning, then I'm just going to add it in with everything, mix it around. We get a little extra water in there, which is fine. That'll cook out. And then good. I'm going to add the other stuff in just a second. Alright, time for the other stuff. And just start mixing it in. Then I'm going to add my sauce in there, and this dish will be done. Alright, so because of the volume of stuff in this pan and the fact that it's not a wok, I'm actually steaming a lot of these things instead of like sauteing them or stir frying them. So if I was using a wok that had more surface area, I could spread this stuff out and kind of cook them on higher heat, and it would cook them in a much different way. But actually, as a Nutritarian, and I was thinking that would be good, but as a Nutritarian, it's actually not that great, because it's better to steam things or do things with water, because it's a less sort of harsh way of cooking it. It retains a lot more of the nutrients. So I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to take it off the heat now and then add my sauce, and this will be good to go. Alright, I put some natural peanut butter in there, some garlic, some ginger. I'm going to put a little water. I've also put in some coconut aminos, and some seasoned rice vinegar. I have a better product than this, but I have to use this up. This one, seasoned rice vinegar, has sugar and salt in it, so yeah, brown sugar, corn syrup, salt, whatever. I have a better version of it, but so that's why Nutritarians wouldn't use seasoned rice vinegar. And of course this has a lot of salt in it, so not quite Nutritarian, but it'll be really spaced out on this because there's tons of food in here. So okay, it's pretty watery. That's okay. I'm gonna put this over there. It's amazing, but of course it has salt and sugar in it, so of course it would be amazing, but and a peanut butter base. So I'm gonna throw this in here, and then my dish will be done. Yeah, you guys, this is a total success. I tried some of this before I put the sauce in, and it's actually very flavorful. And I wanted to just show you the way I cut things, the way I cut the kale and the cabbage and the onions and everything. Kind of makes it like noodles. So it's actually kind of a fun, kind of like noodles almost. So it's like a great side to some veggie burgers. You could add it over some rice. Really yummy. And if you wanted to make it fully Nutritarian, you could use regular rice vinegar and just a little bit of coconut aminos. I think I used maybe a teaspoon or two in my little sauce here. You could use just a little bit of it and it would be still Nutritarian because you're spreading it out a lot. And yeah, that would still be Nutritarian. So just an idea for you. Lunchtime. All right, here is my 2-bowl lunch. I'm having the very last of the cheesy kale soup that I made. last weekend and this strange stir fry. Happy lunch, guys. I am a cat bed. Comfortable, Vincent? Hey, Poopy. Comfy? Oh my god, you guys, look. Look at this little baby that came in my kale. Oh my god. I was like pulling out, I'm making a smoothie right now, a little green smoothie. Pulled this out and this thing came flying out. I was like, what's that? Hi. Sucker. I was just really in the mood for a green smoothie. So here it is.